Hi, Christian. You ready now? Good morning, everybody. We are Education and Beyond, and we are basically a consultancy which provides UK students consultancy to study in mainland Europe. Our team is consists of 6 people from the group itself and an external member. Arthur, who will be the CEO. Yunki, Richard, I, and Naman are experts in their own areas, for example, finance, IT, marketing, and strategic relations. We already have an external member in our team, Mr. Will Khanna, who is practically a friend and has agreed to invest in our company if it's sustainable after 12 months. So, what is the whole idea about having a consultancy which provides advice to UK students to go abroad and study in mainland Europe? Now, this is based on 2 particular dimensions. The first dimension depends on external environment. As we all know, the UK government has increased the prices for UK higher education. At the same time, Europe has remained pretty much constant. So it is a given fact today that Europe is much cheaper in terms of higher education than the UK. At the same time, we have seen a decrease in higher education applications to UK universities by approximately 8.9%. This being the external dimension. The internal dimension depends purely on facts and figures that we have researched in the market. There seems to be a trend towards teenagers who are actually open to the idea of studying abroad in mainland Europe and also beyond mainland Europe. And this has been seen 73% in a survey of 500 students, and we believe that it is a strong trend and will pick up more in the future. Having said that, it is also seen that in mainland Europe there are many countries who are providing higher education which are based in English, which is the most important aspect of our opportunity. And even today, 53 European universities come in the top 200. So to sum it up, if you can go back. To sum it up, our value proposition to make Christian very happy is to allow UK students cheap education in Europe because it's very expensive to study in the UK. Which brings me to the mission statement. Our mission is to provide UK students with personalized assistance in finding high quality education in Europe along with day zero support services. So what really matters? What matters to us and what matters to the market? We believe we need to identify our activities, our resources, our target customers, our customer channels, marketing, and competition. I'm going to go through all these aspects in my pitch today. Briefly talking about our key activities are divided into 2 different aspects, the front office and the back office. The front office deals with consulting and networking, and we believe this is pretty much the most important activity that we will provide our clients. Going abroad for a teenager who is just finishing his A-levels, you're looking at someone who is 18 or 17 years old. It can be a very daunting prospect, and it can be a reason why they actually end up opting out of it. It can also be the reason why parents wouldn't want them to go abroad because they are very, very young. But I believe we have all done it at some point in our lives. Everyone in this group, in our group, comes from different countries. Not everyone, but most of us. We have seen that, and I believe it can be a very difficult prospect. And that's why consulting is going to be very important for us. Giving them tailored advice on what they really need is very important. Because if we can convince their parents and the students that this really is an opportunity which is affordable and at the same time provides you high quality education, we can crack the market. We're going to back up our front office activities by research, and we believe research is actually going to give us a competitive advantage which we can sustain for a long time, because if we can keep ourselves updated with the research of what is happening in mainland Europe, how universities are reacting to these trends, how universities are developing their courses, and how many English-based courses are coming up, we can actually back up our propositions to our clients that yes, there is a trend, there is an opportunity to go and explore, go ahead. So what resources we believe are important to maintain our activities and be competitive? We believe three main resources are actually important for our business to survive and sustain itself. Firstly, first-hand knowledge. I don't mean to boast, but we have a good team here who all studied abroad. Arthur here has pretty much been in every European country you can talk about. He's also studied in the UK in his middle school. Richard belongs from the UK. He knows the area. We have two Chinese students here who have been abroad all their lives and have done very well. At the same time, we have Naman, who's an engineer in America. He's very rich. I have studied in Wisconsin and at the same time studied in Sheffield earlier. I worked in China, so I can speak a bit of Mandarin. But I believe the point I'm trying to make here is that we have an international experience that we can share with our clients. We exactly know what's going to happen to them when they move away from home to a different country, which really does matter because then we know how to serve them, we know how to advise them. Moving on to expertise, we have an external advisor, Mr. Khanna. He's actually an entrepreneur based in Reading, as I talked about him earlier. He's based in Reading. He has been in study abroad business for the last 7 years in the UK, and he knows quite a bit, and he's happy to help us out. Again, moving on to networks, we believe we can sandwich network between first-hand knowledge and expertise by making sure we have a good web of knowledge, a good web across UK universities, UK high schools, at the same time in mainland Europe universities. So, what are our target customers? I think that's probably one of the most important aspects from a financial aspect of the business. Currently, there are approximately 300,000 students who are giving A-levels in the UK. We don't believe we can tap into each and every one of them, but our focus will be on those students who are looking to avoid any debt, who are looking to avoid financial pressures, who are looking to avoid high entry requirements. As we all know, it is very competitive in the UK to get in. I think we've all faced that coming into Imperial. At the same time, those who are actually open to an international experience. So it can be all of them, it can be one of them. Okay, so what are we going to be using as customer channels? Because we are a startup, we don't have much money, and we agree to that, and we are open to every channel as possible. We will be going to school events, we will maintain a website. Yes, you can already see this beautiful website on this slide. That's actually a rendering. At the same time, we'll be using video conferencing, we'll have in-person meetings, and every possible channel that we can tap in. We'll be using marketing as word of mouth, testimonies, student publications, TV interviews, and advertisements. And moving on to my last point, competition. We believe we can differentiate ourselves by not just being better, at the same time providing something different to the people. We believe our focus is going to be on customization. Because we can customize our advice, we can give a better advice. And finally, the last bit, our financial plan. We believe at this point we have a sustainable business, and we can start up with pretty much low cost. We don't need any investing in the very beginning. We need investment in year 2 and year 3, and we are not looking for any investment right now. We want to sustain our business ourselves. Moving on to the next one. Last bit, offer to investors is very important. We already have one person in there. If we can manage to sustain our business for 12 months, and we can go on to looking for investors in year 2 and year 3. So we don't need anything right now. We want to root ourselves.
Okay. Thank you very much.